Holy city from this day on.
Hungry for arcane secrets? I have books. Potions. Anything for friends of Passerby.
Huh? Can I help you?
Well, look who's arrived. Did you have any problems finding your way around? This city can be quite a maze if you don't know it. Right, you're from Ostian. I almost forgot. They're quite fascinating, these places, aren't they? You can climb high, and you can fall just as deep. And every place vibrates with life. Here, put this on. And before you ask, yes, it's necessary. Just trust me.
If it's climb and fish you seek, then come and take a good long peek.
That's it. And why is it Malphas who carries the Sun Temple on his back? Isn't that a gesture of servitude?
No.
So, about this fever. Usually those gifted with magic have to report their talent to the Order, and then pass a ritual that teaches them how to deal with their magic. The journey to the water is what they call it. Once they've passed that, the fever reduces to an endurable level, and new arcanists have their names registered in some kind of holy book. But there are other ways to get rid of the fever. I hope my employer can tell you about them.
Away you go!
Yes?
Watch yourself.
Okay, almost
the
there.
streets aren't safe this time of the day.
This is holy ground, Outlander. You don't belong here.
This is holy ground, Outlander. You do not belong here.
it, my sir. No civilians beyond this point without explicit permission. Who are you, and what leads you to this holy place?
As soon as possible.
Business. I'm Jaspar Delveric, and I work for the Naramese mages.
Ah, right. The mercenary. And who's your companion?
Marijo de Luna from Ostian, esteemed holder of de Luna's Empire of Tender Fragrance, the most prestigious perfumery in all of Vin. Archmagister Marigil sent for him. Didn't he tell you?
The Archmagister. Well, that does sound like him. Fair enough, you may pass. But show this place the respect it deserves, mercenary. You too, Meister de Luna.
You have my word, fair lady. Thank you. Well, that went better than expected. Hey, it worked, didn't it? That's all that matters. Nobody will suspect someone who's already in the temple. Anyway, I think it's about time I tell you a little bit more about this employer of mine. His name is Constantine Firespark, and he's one of Narathzor Orenthiel's former followers, which the new Grand Master, Tealor Orenthiel, brought here by ship about 2 years ago. That means he's one of the former arch-enemies of the Order. They usually wear green, while the Order wears white or red. That should make it easy for you to tell them apart. Firespark's pretty much the eldest of Narathzul's mages, and quite well versed in magic, at least from what I've heard. Plus, he's a very gentle and likable fellow, which is why even the keepers like having him around. Let's hope he can tell us a thing or two about these visions, and help you get rid of the fever. Come, follow me. Huh? Keep your chin up.
Blazes, I just can't bloody believe it.
All right, here we are. Hang on.
No. That's not how you do it.
Blast it! I'm just being careful. We have
Like
to.
heck we do. Give me that thing, now.
That's what they are, all of them.
Blasted, blistering blazes. That's what you get for working with fumblers. I told you, we
Master
should be
Firespark.
careful. What? Now who the heck are you? Can't an old man have a moment
Blazes,
to
I just
himself?
can't bloody believe it.
You hired me. The Magister, don't you remember?
Oh, right. Joseph the Scrounger. So why are you here? Had any luck?
Just spar. And yeah, we did find something.
Suggest you first of all tell me when I allowed you to drag your drinking mates up here. Do you need me to explain the meaning of the words highly and confidential to you?
I'm sure there's a lot you can explain to me, but let's save that for later. This particular fellow over here needs your help, to be frank. Arcane fever.
Is that so? And what exactly has that got to do with me? Let the Keepers and their holy rituals take care of it. What is it with the costume, anyway?
This man's magic is different, Meister. Just feel his aura and you'll see it. Plus, he's from Narim, just as you are.
Well, all right then, for nostalgia's sake. I really hope you're not wasting my time, though. Working with these religious buffoons is bound to make any rational thinking person go bonkers. Anyway, that chair over there. Take a seat. and I'll have a look at that fever of yours. All right, then. This will tickle a little. Yeah, you're right. This aura does feel different. Complex somehow and powerful. And do you really want to tell me you've only recently discovered that talent of yours? With that aura, I'm surprised that you haven't turned into an Obaya by now. Fine. Well, that is, we will help you. But first, tell me everything. How you got that magic, and how you met that scrounger. I see. Regarding this vision thing, I think that your mind simply played a trick on you there. Not that it's much of a surprise, considering what you've been through. Actually, you were quite lucky that the sudden outburst of your glance didn't blow your head right off. By all that's holy, I won't start playing your tutor now. If you don't know about the basic functioning of magic, then read something from Balador Goldenstein.
The glance on the sea of eventualities. Alongside, but apart from the reality we're in right now, exist countless other realities, in which some events have different outcomes, so to speak. A version of this very same room, for example, with the very same people in it, only that Meister Firespark's beard is on fire. And what defines an Arcanist, someone capable of magic, is that he or she can see those other realities and let parts of them come true.
Well, look at that, Jasper. You surprised me.
That's what I'm being paid for.
How powerful an Arcanist is depends on 3 factors. How far away are the eventualities that he can see, how well he can bring parts of them into our reality, and finally, how well his mind can handle seeing other realities simultaneously with ours. Lighting a candle is easier than calling a meteor from the sky, to speak plain Inal, but as I said, read Goldenstein if you're interested in the topic. I'm not going to waste any time with lectures. Well, if that's what you want to believe, go for it. I, in any case, have never come across such a phenomenon in over 50 years of studying magic. And now we should...
It all begins with the dreams.
What the blasted blistering blazes? Does this room look like the bosom of a whore to you? Or what makes you think you can go around touching anything you get your fingers on? These documents are confidential, for heck's sake. I knew it was a mistake to hire a thug like you. Lashery always had a weakness for...
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember you telling me something about dreams that led you and Tealor Renthiel here, didn't you, Meiser? And you told me that in this vision of yours, the Veiled Woman said this. It all begins with the dreams.
What? Is that true? Oh. Then this near-death experience you had before you woke up on the shore. Tell me again, what exactly did you see in it? A room? Well, this is strange indeed. Anyway, for now all that matters is that we get that magic of yours under control. Whatever you clairvoyanced back there is of no use to us if you're dead as a doornail in a couple of months. Well, that's usually a plodding process. The fever you feel is a result of your mind not being able to handle all of these possibilities, so to speak. The ritual the Enderalians practice to get the glance under control is called the Journey to the Water. Put frankly, it means 1 year of hour-long meditation, bland food, and abstinence from anything that makes life worth living. In due time, the Arcanist then learns to filter these other realities from ours, and the fever gets less and less. Anyhow, luckily enough, we Neremes know of a way to quicken that process. A shortcut, if you will. I'm not capable of performing it, but another one of us is. Her name is Lashery, and you should seek her out as soon as possible. There is indeed, and this reason is called ignorance. The Order's rituals haven't changed since the Lightborn slipped out of their cradles, and the Keepers do their best to keep anything progressive out of their country. But please, if you're up for a year of austerity and stern-faced Magisters scolding you, go for it. I really don't care. She's currently in a ruin called Old Rashengrad, not far from Ark. Just tell her that I sent you. Give me that map of yours. Okay, now you'd have to be a total idiot to miss it. I recommend leaving for the ruin straight away. And you, Joseph, you're going to come with me and show me what your trip to the Sun Coast brought forth. Hopefully, more than a bottle of honey wine and a hangover.
Quite a character, isn't he? But I like him somehow. Here, I owe you this for your help back in Riverville. And in case you're in the mood for a mug of ale and a good chat, just drop by the Dancing Nomad in the Stranger's Quarter. I'll get myself a room there for the time being. With all that said, good luck mastering your magic, my friend. I'll see you around.
Walk blessed. Oh, yes. Guess what? There is. Some people just don't get the meaning of the word reliability. Huh. You're not from the Order, are you? Then I wonder what the blazes you're doing here. But fine. Who am I to reject a helping hand? Elia, the novice who was assigned to me, she's supposed to help me transcribe these Pyrian tomes the Grand Master is so obsessed about. But 2 days ago, she simply vanished. If I were to guess, I'd say she's strolling around enjoying herself somewhere in the Nobles' Quarter. I'd go look myself, but I'm lucky if I get to breathe within all this work. Go find her and tell her to get her bloody ass up here and help me. If you do that, it won't be to your disadvantage.
Oh, you're here. I thought you were in the city.
No, the Archmagister ordered me back. Feels good to be here, to be honest. But the funerals, I could have done without them, though.
I don't doubt it. I still can't believe that really happened. Brother Yarrow, he was such a good man.
I don't think the Red Madness cares much about...
This is holy ground, Outlander. You don't belong here.
I wonder how it happens. The infection.
What do you mean?
Well, the red eyes and the obvious madness only happen in the last stages of the disease. But what happens before that? And how? How can one tell someone else is afflicted?
Why, scared you've caught it, are you?
That is not funny. You know, I've had this feeling that there's something wrong with Yarrow for quite some time, long before it happened.
You don't... Say, his wife was murdered. Don't you think that would have thrown you out of bounds too? Path-abiding Enderalian or not?
That's not what I mean. Her death broke him, yes. But there was no hatred in him, only grief. The hatred only came shortly before he did it.
Sorry, but I don't really see what you're going at.
I'm just trying to say that, well, maybe we all should be careful. Maybe it was Yarrow's grief, his instability, that made him susceptible to the Red Madness in the first place. But let the Flameling and the Apothecari find that out. I have to go now, brother. Walk blessed.
There you are. Magister Karus has been looking for you.
Karus? Why's that?
I don't know, but I think it's about the tome he wanted you to transcribe.
Ah, I thought... Well, never mind. And by the way, have you seen this new Neremese mage woman? Pegast, or whatever her name was.
I've heard about her, yes. She's the Scarrick, isn't she?
Yes, that's what she looks like at least. But she's from Ostia, just like that Messier Firespark and the Coleman Sharim. Honestly, I don't know what to think of all of this. Wild mages here in the temple? Malphus bless the Grandmaster, but... where's this supposed to lead us?
Yeah, I know what you mean. But don't worry so much. I'm certain the Grandmaster knows what he's doing. Now go, before the Magister comes to get you himself.
Yes, of course. Walk blessed, sister.
You're always so formal.
An outlander. What are you doing in this part of the city? Shouldn't you be, I don't know, somewhere else? Keep walking.
This is holy ground, Outlander. You do not belong here.
Huh?
Huh? What do you want?
tender friends of the granulous pleasance? Melt away in rapture as a crunchy loaf of bread wanders from my hands into yours.
Ahoy. Oi, you there. Don't look at me like that. Looking for trouble, eh?
Noble citizens of Ark, lick your lips in untamed desire.
May your path always be even.
Be not bad. Sorry.
We understand. Just think about it, okay?
I will. Mead, stew, roast pork. Anyone?
Wait a moment. You're an outlander, aren't you? Only if you know what to look for. I'm one myself, so I do. Balhazel, pleased to make your acquaintance. Tell me, if you're new in this city, are you perchance also looking for work? Excuse me, what was I saying? I'm looking for a hand. Well, neither do you. But to answer your question, I'm Arizaline, but third generation Arizaline, so it doesn't show that much anymore. Apart from my name and my skin, there's little left of my roots, I'm afraid. Anyway, so what did you say? Interested in some well-paid, honest work? It's simple. I want you to find something for me. You know, I'm a healer, just like my father was, and my grandfather before that. When he came to this country, he did so because he had been hired by an Arca noblewoman, a bright lady who valued science and the arts of healing. In any case, my grandfather spent a large portion of life working for this lady in an old, abandoned fort near the now deserted village of Fogville. Together with a good dozen other apothecary, he planned for my father to succeed him. But before he had the chance to, the mushroom plague occurred. Yes, that one. The spores of those mushrooms have literally sucked all the life from the forest and its surroundings. Plus, they are a threat to everyone who comes close. It does seem likely, doesn't it? Both my father and I have asked my grandfather this question too, but he has always denied it. The plague was a magical phenomenon, a freak of nature, no more, no less. Those were his words. However, I've made some troubling discoveries which have led me to doubt that. I believe the plague might have been fabricated. Well, this is exactly what I want you to find out. Unfortunately, the noblewoman whom my grandfather worked for has long been dead, and she was the last in their bloodline, so I couldn't find any answers there. But the old fortress where they worked still stands. Look at me, you'll have the answer. I'm old and far from made for the road to begin with. Furthermore, all those undead who have been roaming the wilderness since that red madness began don't exactly make the idea more inviting. But don't worry, if you succeed, I'll make it worth your while. Isn't that obvious? Because I want to understand. You know, we Arzalines believe in the debt of blood. If my grandfather committed a crime, it is my responsibility to atone for it. Plus, I believe that if there was a way to, well, to cure that plague, it is hidden within that fortress. Whatever harm the mushrooms can do, they can also reverse it. My father never cared much about all this, but I'm different. If there's one thing I want to achieve in my life, then it's clarity. Reports, scrolls, samples of their work, anything that could be of relevance. Just look around. Do you have a map? Here, the fortress should be in this area. Best you take Myra to Fogville. In the village harbor, there was a hut where my grandfather lived when he was off duty. Chances are you'll find a key to the fortress there. Good luck, and thank you. If you have found the material, you can find me in the Undercity, near the old waterworks. My laboratory is there.
As I said, the offer stands. Just think about it, okay?
I will. Take care.
Mead, stew, roast pork. Anyone?
Hey, you came. Come on, take a seat. So, tell me, how are you holding up? It must have been quite the whirlwind. Yesterday, a refugee from another country, and now a prodigy with a magic great enough to impress old Bushybeard. Well, that's good to hear. I'm quite curious to see how things keep on with you. You're different. I noticed that the time we met. Anyhow, tell me, what do you make of this country now that you've had some time to look around? I figure it must be quite the change from Nerim. Shoot. Yeah, I can picture that. You know, this is exactly the reason why I love inns so much. The sky can rain fire out there. In here, you'll always meet laughter and good humor. Not to mention all the good-looking men and women. Absolutely. Though I think I've seen enough of this place by now. Of Enderal, I mean. There's a ship sailing for Calais next morning, and as it seems, it will be the last one for quite some time to come. Who knows? Maybe they still have a cabin to spare for a handsome treasure hunter. Oh well. This entire thing was more a coincidence than planned anyhow. The Order needed someone with skill and discretion, and I was around. End of story. I never intended to stick around for much longer. Heck, me as an ambassador of the Holy Order, could you imagine that? Not one step further, O fair maiden. Drop your garment so we may both bathe in Malphas's holy light. Actually not that bad, don't you think? Well, what good is a frown anyway? What matters are results, not attitudes or intentions. What does the wise hermit say? Nothing is of less importance to the saved than the reason for their rescue. The only difference between a mercenary like me and a holy warden is that I'm at least aware of the fact that I do what I do for myself, and no one else. I'm trying to say that all those heroes and self-declared messiahs are no better than everyone else. In the end, we are all selfish, because we always act in accordance to what we think we have to be like. So yes, maybe the keeper saves the farmer from the bandits. But at the end of the day, he does it because he sees himself in a certain light. You know, the funny thing is that a lot of times, it's especially those who think of themselves driven by a higher purpose who are the really dangerous ones. They don't understand what drives them, and that makes them easy to manipulate. The only thing left to do for the capable hate-monger or tyrant is to somehow combine his own ambitions with the mental image of this person. and presto, you've got your perfect puppet, only waiting to dive into the next hail of arrows for their honor, their religion, or whatever they thought of this time. It's just so idiotic, you know? The world would be a much better place if everyone could just acknowledge that the only reason we're here is that we want to be happy. Yeah, seek bliss and avoid pain, as the wise hermit likes to say. And believe me, once you realize that that's how people just work, life is a lot better. Oh, yeah, I do. And this goal is called surviving. And if possible, to be able to enjoy a good glass of wine or an exciting night from time to time. I don't know. Call it a feeling. But if there is such a thing as a universal point to our lives, then I'm pretty sure we won't find it within the pre-digested philosophies or religions most people believe in. And hey, I'd be the last one to reject this great truth if she were to knock on my door, naked and tits jiggling. But until then, I'd rather try and find my own answers. Really? I was half expecting you to throw insults at me. That's what people usually do when I tell them that. But I guess life is full of surprises. Anyway, I'll take my leave now. I very much enjoyed our talk, but the ship to Kile leaves before the first cocks crow tomorrow, and I want some more time to think about it. Well, it most recently gained a good-looking Naramese man. Maybe that'll make up for when I leave. Keep your chin up.
Maid! Stew! Roast pork! Anyone?
No bed. Sorry.
Bread! Taste it now, our unrivaled fresh and tasty bread!
Huh?
Stop ignoring
Can I
me.
help you? What? You mean apart from frenzied animals, hordes of living dead lurking through the wilderness and this whole red madness thing? No, none. Just be careful when you're outside the walls.
Citizens of Ark, lick your lips in untamed desire as...
Monsieur?
All right, Sunchild. You stop right there. Hand over your money, and we might let you live. Play the hero and, well, you fill in the blanks. Did I ask you to talk? Give us your fucking purse, or we'll make you. You think you're tough? Huh? All right then. Let's do this the hard way.
What is it, Sunchild? What? Fair enough. Maybe there's a trick or two I could show you, but trust me, they don't come cheap. Well then.
A foreigner, huh? What a surprise.
What do you want? To cock at me? Just leave.
Hello.
Please.
Evening.
Well, well. The venerable Sunchild graces us with its presence. Come to gawk at the people worse off than you. Fool needs to pay up.
Bangers, thieves, and murderers were falling at her feet. As mistress of the castaway, she was worshipped and revered. Vintage wine and silken clothes jewelry and tongue of gods, penny loot and contraband were passing
Malphas's
through her
blessing.
hands.
Everywhere.
Bright the seed. Robbery, no means to fight or fall for her. The art of crime she mastered.
Oh, does he
no
now?
one ever had.
Good old Milbert and his silver
Beautiful
tongue.
and proud.
Now he has found himself a lackey to do his dirty work for him. Let's make this short. I'll keep the key. No idea what he told you, but it wasn't the truth. Because if it were, you sure as fuck wouldn't be here. Milbert. I'm sure he told you about the raid on our village, didn't he? Well, there's one thing he didn't tell you. After those fuckers killed our parents and tried to break into our house, he left me behind. Took all the valuables he could carry, just ran away. If I hadn't managed to flee, he wouldn't have shed a fucking tear for me.
But since fate was so kind to me, things turned out differently. I made it out alive and walked all the way to Ark, where I thought he was.
So, you'd think he was glad to see me when I found him in these tunnels, wouldn't you? Well, you're wrong. He let me sleep in the room he paid for from our parents' money, but made me feel as if it was a privilege. And guess what? That hasn't changed. Until today. Yes, he pays for my room in the barracks, but that's about it. Worth it. It has been far too long since this asshole has seen the mud of the Undercity. I survive! That's more than most people around here manage. And please, spare me your moral speech. I'm done with. I know that. But it doesn't change the fact that it's Milbert's fault, too. Are you deaf? I said no! But obviously, I need to put it another way.
Down in the dark, he waits for us, black garden. 100 men they were, as they said. Road and country banner, distant foreign land. He bid her farewell, a love young and green. She thought she'd soon be in his arms.
Fine. Fine, I get it. You win. I'll tell you where the key is. But don't expect too much. The money's almost gone. Close to the entrance of the pit, there are some barrels. I hid it there. Go. And do what you have to do.
Marched up, blue banners in the sky and teardrops. We're running from a ride.
What?
If only I believe time will bring him safely back to me when the red moon casts its light. His ghost travels through the night, through the forest on wind, till he reaches the old hill. There she kneels before his grave, where their love has once been born.
Woman thinks she's Vatira incarnate. That's a nice dress you're wearing there, Sunchild. I'd be careful. Some people down here would kill for something like that. Yes.
Ino bed, sorry. Ino bed, sorry.
Would you look at that? A visitor from the surface. Want a word of advice? Play by the rules. Isn't this nice? A sun child graces us with its presence. Conduct yourself, will you? This isn't the upper city. We're watching you, sleeper. Always.
Please, just leave me be.
Men, that's just how they are.
You're not one of the Relata's mercenaries, are you? Word has it they're hiring again. I'd give them a wide berth if I were you.
Huh? Just had to be.
Blazes, damn it, this is ridiculous.
It's called life, Nathalia. 30 per sheep, and not 1 penny less.
Oh, let the flesh maggots have you.
May your path always be even, my dame.
What? I don't see how that concerns you. Don't you have some theatre play to attend to, Sunchild? Help me? Well, I doubt that. That is unless you have a pouch with 300 pennies to give away. Oh, and maybe 2 sheaves of God's tongue to go with it.
He was a good man.
I don't know. I'm sorry. You seem like an upright kind of fellow, but I can tell you're from the surface, and I'm just having a hard time believing a Sunchild actually cares about my problems. You're really nosy, you know that. But fine, what bad can it do? That son of a Virtue over there, Cabal Thorwall, he's the only merchant in the Undercity who still has Vinroot in his stocks. But since he knows that, he sells it for a price that would have upper city snobs running away screaming. Well, and if the apothecary in the pest house doesn't get new roots soon, the infected they treat there will start dying like flies within a day. Sure, by day, and by night I work as the Grandmaster's personal Kalian dancer. Jokes aside, nah, I'm just an errand girl. But down here, having paid work is already something to feel blessed for. They good, and they do, aye. But that's by far not enough. Especially since the cloister of the League up north has been snowed in for moons now. And as noble as their intentions are, they only have so much coin without their League backing them up. You're no alchemist, are you? Aye, red vine root is the only thing that can help get those flesh maggots out of an infected body. I repeat, can. Even with a proper treatment, most people don't make it through. Of course he does. But he sees an opportunity to get rich quick, and so he uses it. He's always been like that. Maybe you kid, aye? I guess it'll be worth a shot. We need at least 10 sheaves so that the apothecary can make use of them. And I don't want to seem ungrateful, but don't expect to get anything in return for your help. Huh? Well, fine then. Good luck.
Now there's a treat for the eye. What do you say, darling? Want to spend some time together?
Oh, by the name of the sun. Won't this ever stop? Tell Nathalia, the apothecary, or whoever sent you that the price stays. It does actually, yes. But it does not change the fact that I need to live somehow too. And that 300 per sheaf is already a fair price. Go on, ask those upper city merchants. You're lucky if they sell it below 500. Listen, I know exactly what you think. This ruthless bastard, how greedy, how evil, and so on and so forth. But that's not how it is, believe me. So, back to business. Are you looking for supplies? If not, just shove off.
That bloody wench thinks she's Vata incarnate. She'll get what's coming to her soon.
Yeah, now that's a surprise. I expected a speech. Here you go. Pleasure doing business with you.
Bloody rats. Eating the last penny right out your pocket.
Huh? Blazes? You're serious? Where? On second thought, bet I don't ask. Thank you, Sunchild. You saved a lot of lives today.
Hello.
A real pretty thing you are. We should spend some time together.
Hello. Please, just leave me be.
Move along.
Now you're quite the sight. How about a little bit of fun?
Relaka, Sheriff. You know why we're here.
The shadow tax is due. My sir, I'm sorry, but the past moons haven't been kind to us, and...
Do you want protection?
Yes, of course, my sir. We want protection.
Then pay. We're keeping our end of the bargain. Now it's your turn.
As if I had a bloody choice.
I'll just pretend I didn't hear that.
Of course. Forgive me for my insolence, my sir. You'll have the money by tomorrow.
See? It can be so simple.
A penny, my sir. Please, just one penny. Thank you. That's really generous. May his light guide you.
Oh, how nice of you to ask. I can't complain. I suppose the wars in Calais and Kira make it harder to get your hands on certain wares. But still, life's good. Definitely more comfortable than my time on the road, though. What? No, I was a vagabond, as people like to say. A traveling mage. You know, I grew up in a village near Duneville. Actually, I had a pretty good childhood there. But when I discovered my magical gifts, well, let's just put it this way. It changed how people treated me, even my own parents. I just felt the need to, I don't know, get out, see some of this world. So after I did the passage to the water, that is, after the Order taught me how to use my magic path, I decided not to return to my village and packed my traps and hit the road.
Please.
Kind of bold,
So
yes.
hungry.
But back then, I didn't care. But I digress. Ugh, hard. The Arcanist made it clear that we stood at the crossroads. Either we learn to control the magic, or we become outlaws. It was not a pleasant time, I can tell you that much. The keepers were extremely strict, and you learn to be independent, to not get too close to anybody. But no offense, that's a very personal topic. As I said, I don't want to talk about it. Sorry. Well, that's one of the upsides of being an Arcanist. You don't need to be a bulk of muscle to defend yourself against a pack of wolves. Plus, back in those days, the roads were safer by far. All these brigands, the frenzied Vatirs, the lost ones, that's new, for whatever reason. Well, they weren't exactly hostile to me, but it was the small things. Looks, talk going on behind my back. Over time, that just gets to you. But you know, I don't think I can blame them, especially with the village folk. The word magic is always mentioned together with wild magic, Orbeus, and devastated cities. And all of a sudden, here I am, suddenly one of them who can do those things, even though I don't have Eterna blood. How is that supposed to fit into their worldview? They can't really know better. I probably made it sound worse than it was. I've heard that on Niram, magically gifted people get driven out of their village, or worse. I guess I should consider myself lucky. Walk blessed.
A penny, my sir? Please, just one penny.
Walk blessed. Evening.
Monsieur?
I hope the new turnips come soon.
Good evening.
Some shifts never end.
Huh? Can I help you?
Greetings.
They always go too easy on the scum. Can I help you?
Move along.
Yes? Greetings! Some shifts never end. Walk blessed.
Oculus, my sir, please. The Lord will redeem you for your kindness.
A foreigner, huh? What a surprise.
A sunchild, huh? Word of advice. Don't go sauntering about dark alleys down here. And watch out
Please just leave me be.
Why are you stopping? Oh, bloody fools. Just had to play the hero, didn't you?
Please, just leave me be.
Woman thinks she's Fatura incarnate.
Foreigners.
Malphas's blessings.
And Obolus, my son.
Yes? Already dark? Oh my, how the time flies by. Walk blessed, friend. Where are you headed? About Myrids. What is there to tell? They're beautiful animals, majestic and wild, and dangerous if you're unlucky enough to run into an untamed one. In the time before the Blood Moon Revolt, a long time ago, tame Myrids like this one here was a really rare sight. Nowadays, though, they're pretty common, at least here in Enderal. Pity, somehow. I guess that sounds stupid, but I sometimes long for the times my grandfather lived in. Being a Myrid Warden was far more prestigious back then, and even fared with Sublime or Keepers. Nowadays, well, you can guess. Riding a Myrid has become as ordinary as riding a mule. But, who am I to complain? Oh, well, that's hard to explain. They communicate by clicking sounds. I, as a warden, have been trained to hear them, but you probably can't. And through those clicking sounds, I also tell them where you want to go before you mount them. Obviously, that only works for routes that the Myrid already knows by heart. Sure, where to?
So much to do, so little time.
Good evening.
that.